Hey there, Erica from Hughes and Strong here. I'm going to walk through some examples of how we've seen people in the Keeper community set up tasks and integrate SOPs within the task so you can figure out how you may want to format and set up your own SOPs within the system. So, first up, there are some people who are just trying to get this out of their head. So, just simply creating a task, no SOPs, and just adding a due date so it doesn't get lost or forgotten is a great first step. So I don't want to kind of condemn that or say you have to have SOPs in here. There's a lot of people who just use simple task with a due date. So I want to make sure that you give yourself space for that option if that's where you land and that's where you want to start. We can always build on more later if and when we need it. So, example 2. Let's say you have created let's say a Notion database of some of your exact how-tos with screenshots. Or maybe you have a Google Sheets that you use to kind of walk yourself through a process or where you've started brainstorming. We don't necessarily have to transition that to Keeper, but we do want to make that really easy to navigate to so that if and when we want to look at that more detailed instruction list, we don't have to then go search through all of Notion or all of our Google Drive. So if we want to integrate a link, we can go and kind of open up the task. So you're in editing mode and you can see the checklist. Then you can add a checklist with the link here. Any link here in these checklists will be able to take you directly there and be hyperlinked. So that can make it really easy to just start with what you already have, but integrate those links here in Keeper to make the navigation smooth between systems. Now, option 3 is giving yourself kind of an abbreviated checklist. A 1, 2, 3, hey, don't forget these things, but maybe we don't write these out into full sentences. We just have a little jog your memory, make sure you don't forget anything, checklist or bullet point style. Now let's look at this one in a live example so I can show you exactly what that would look like. So if I go to this client and I'm looking at this pre-closed task called download bank and credit card statements, right? So I'm gathering everything I need before we get into month end. Now, I don't have to, if I haven't documented everything yet and I'm still working on that process, I don't have to start with exactly how to go to each and every one of these. I can just set myself a reminder by creating a checklist for the things I need to grab or things I don't want to forget, like I said. Now, if I want to create something that any user on my team, even a brand new user, can follow and has that level of detail of what exact button to click and everything, I can integrate those here within Keeper as well. So we could do something more like this that has a full sentence. You can even click enter and go underneath and give yourself a couple of spaces here and just kind of create your own formatting so that it doesn't look like a wall of text and just look like this massive paragraph that nobody wants to read. So this is what we see and help people set up the most because a lot of the people that we come across that reach out to us for help are looking to hire or looking to train new team members who may or may not understand some of these processes. So this is our personal favorite, and we've done a lot to kind of play with how to make this look easy on the eyes. I'll circle back around with a live example on this one. Now, this last option I want to show you is a bit of a hybrid. So if we want kind of the benefits of having an abbreviated checklist so we don't forget or an SOP, but we also want to link out to additional resources for maybe team members that are more visual, that want to see a video, or for, let's say we like the formatting of Notion a lot better, where we can really get things exactly how we want to, or linking out to a help article that can kind of support team members in understanding how to use this feature or, have an FAQ and things like that in case they run into issues. Now, one thing I want you to be really, really, really careful with is adding more shoulds to yourself. We all may have one of these examples that we resonate with or a combination, but I want you to be really careful if you are putting extra pressure on yourself that is the bad kind of pressure, right? Because there is good pressure if we want to hire to put SOPs in here and to start documenting our processes. But I don't want it to become so stressful that you feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm buried and I can't start because I have so much to do. Like, it's so easy to get there. So give yourself some space and grace no matter where you land, and just kind of set yourself the goal for what you would like to integrate into Keeper, like what's realistic right now, and maybe what do I want to grow into. Now, that being said, if you land with, hey, I really do want these full SOPs, we actually have a freebie that you can start with and kind of dabble around and not have to start from scratch. So within the free community templates here inside of Keeper Weekly Bookkeeping Tasks template that has all of these really detailed SOPs with the formatting that you can bring into your own Keeper templates and either play with and customize or just use them straight as. So wanted to let you know that that resource exists if you're like, oh, I really do love those SOPs, but I don't have time to write that out all at once. So here's a little bit of a freebie, and then definitely reach out to us if you would like more help or more templates like this.